You are amazing. You're beautiful. You're funny. You're feisty. Amazing. For 9 months I was in your womb. I was the reason why at times you wanted so much food, and how at times you could just change your mood. I guess God was already giving you clues as to the type of sign that I'll be to you. And it's an understanding really to say, I love you. Sometimes I sit and I ponder on the sacrifices you've made, and I feel so ashamed, and I'm sorry for all the times I've caused you pain. See, if I could, there's not enough cows that I can take to the family that raised you on behalf of my father's house just to say thank you. Seeing as much as my father walked out, for this one reason I am very proud to be called his son. He had the decency to identify a virtuous woman when he saw one. And no, I don't mean disrespect to my species. A big thank you to men that are genuinely devoted to your sisters. They inspire me to love my rib. But that's a story for another day. You raised me, a single parent in this world that is crazy. A mother raising a son, now I know that is scary. But lately it has come to my understanding that what's more scary, at least for you, is the idea of losing your baby. See, someone told me that no matter how old a man gets, he will always be his mother's baby. Now world, we can never change this. And I guess it explains it. Why you can never stop stressing. Will my son be able to live the dream? Will he find the girl that can love him as his rib? Will he be taken care of long after I can no longer breathe? Mama, just chill. Now, it might take me a while to figure out this life, but you told me of my faith, and that's how I navigate through my doubts. And this one thing that you told me, as long as God is on our side, we are going to be alright. Now, a mother's job is full-time, it never stops. And as long as your heart keeps beating, deep down you are compelled to keep breastfeeding your children. Now, I can never stop you from stressing, that's clear. And sometimes I do contribute to your fears. I mean, we could talk about the time you caught me having sex. Or we can talk about how as a child I used to take from your purse. See, those fears, they scare you senseless. But you never allowed it to change your view of me. No, it never affected my value in your eyes, because that picture is still perfect. And that reminds me of God's grace and how I do not deserve it. See, I had to break this to you. You cannot protect me from everything that's out there. Yes, you're my superwoman, but you are not that powerful. So this world will keep breaking me, will keep hurting me, but I do know that when things get tough, you'll always be there to embrace me. So mama, just chill. See, your job is like that of a pastor. You equip me for the world that is outside, and this one thing you should do right after. Trust that God will help me show the world that my mother told me to fly. Now, a man can have a few girls before he finds his ride or die, but he only has one mother in this lifetime. So before I leave you to become one with someone else's child, I promise to help you fall down on your knees and thank God that he blessed you with a child. So mama, just chill. How about you trust the God you pray to? Won't you think that he will take care of the son he gave you? Mama, just chill. And trust that you've done an amazing job raising me. And every word you ever say to me, that I shall take heed to. So mama, just chill. I love you.